Let's talk to James, who's in Manchester. Hello, James.
Hi, Mike. How are you doing?
Very well, sir. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm going to try and keep on topic, Mike, because I'm absolutely furious.
All right.
So we're talking about energy, right?
Right.
And gas prices now have come down about 70% since their height in August.
Yes.
When it was around about 300 pence per therm, which works out around about 12p per kilowatt hour, right?
Yeah.
So I understand that. Now they've dropped down to about £1 per therm, which is about 3p per kilowatt hour.
Yeah.
So why are we subsidising, and I'm paying 11 pence now a kilowatt hour, which is 4 times the amount I was paying this time last year. And we're told by the government that they're having to subsidise that, and in January it's going up to 16p a kilowatt hour,
Right.
and they're going to have to subsidise that as well. Now, my background is in gas power plants,
Right.
so I actually build these things,
Right.
small-scale ones, in
Okay.
Nigeria.
Right.
But I've been in the industry for about 14 years. So I don't know why nobody's questioning where these prices are coming from. If you look at the US market, it's completely stable.
Right.
It hasn't really moved much at all.
And what we're told about that is that that's because they're more self-sufficient with their own homegrown energy, right? That's what we're told.
50% self-sufficient in gas
Yeah.
in the country from the North Sea.
Right.
And it's basically, the price now is the same as where it was a year ago in last August. 2021. So why is nobody questioning these politicians as to what the why they're lying to us? Basically,
What do you think? What do you think
furious.
is going on, James?
Oh, I don't know. I think they're trying to make us all broke, Mike. To be honest with you, there's inflation, running at 12% or whatever. It's nothing like that when you go to the supermarket.
Yeah.
I mean, cooking oil has gone up from £1 to £2.30.
Right.
I just don't see what's going on. Yeah, there's some bearing from the war in Ukraine in relation to those sort of things. But what I'm specifically annoyed about is the energy prices.
Yes.
I mean, my electricity now is 37 pence per kilowatt hour.
Right.
And this time last year it was 12.
Yes.
So, and it's
And
just
there's
not
there's no earthly reason. One of the things they tell me whenever I ask them why this is so expensive is that they say, well, two things. One, there's the green levies, which amount to less now than they used to. But secondly, we're paying the price for all of these failed energy companies that tried to sort of come in and piggyback off the main suppliers and work as sort of middlemen. I don't understand why we have to pay for their mistakes. Why, if somebody enters a business with their own money and then they somehow fail in that business, why the hell are we bailing them out?
Well, we shouldn't be.
No.
We should be down to the banks to lose the money. They shouldn't be bailed out.
Exactly.
And I'm on Ofgem at the moment, Mike, Ofgem's website. Gas prices, day ahead contract, monthly average for October was 109.26 in that. So if you divide that by 30, call it, then it shouldn't be much more than 3.5 pence.
Right.
I'm currently paying 11. Obviously, you've got some distribution charges on top of that, but it was never 4 times the cost of the gas. I think this time last year was about 2.7 plus about 0.4 of a p for the distribution. So, and then when you translate that price then into what the power stations are buying gas for at 60% efficiency, electricity shouldn't be more than 7p.
No.
And then obviously you've got the distribution and all, but it shouldn't be costing them more than 7 pence to do a kilowatt of electricity.
No.
It's just, it makes me mad.
It doesn't make any sense.
Absolute
Also, I mean, you
total
can say the same thing about the petrol prices as well, because petrol prices and the price of a barrel of oil has been coming down.
Yeah, well, Brent crude's come really down from its high.
Yeah, and yet we don't see. I mean, they've come down a bit, the prices, but you're still paying, I think, 160 something for a litre of petrol, and 180 something for a litre of diesel. So yeah, I mean, it's come down from the high of sort of 2 where it was, but it's still quite a lot of money.
Yeah. And we're just being lied to, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah, we are.
That's what infuriates me is they just sat on their lying, saying it's costing us billions to subsidise this, which we're going to put your taxes up to cover in the long run, because we know what's going to happen. All right, it's going to be subsidised by the tax rise that we're going to have to pay for it, and that just takes more money out of our pocket. And it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, Mike, but honestly, there's something going on. It's just never right.
Yeah, and yeah, you're absolutely right. It's very fishy, isn't it?
Well, this government is so socialist, it's beyond.
Well, this is the thing.
Honest,
I don't know why they think it's acceptable to give people money to pay to energy companies who are overcharging for something that we should be getting for much less money. And then they're taxing them on the extra money they make so they can give it back to us. I mean, why don't they just make them lower the bleeding price?
Exactly. I don't know what Ofgem are doing, to be honest with you, and allowing the price to rise. So what they're saying now, in January, the price is going to go up to about 17p per kilowatt of gas, which means that, that's another rise of 80%, is it? 70%, sorry. The government is going to cover. Our prices won't rise. We're capped now through to April. So our prices won't rise, but the government's going to now cover an extra 70%. And, it is really fishy, like you say. It's like...
Very weird. Listen, I'll see if I can do my best to make some inquiries for you, James, and see what on earth is the reason, because we can't really find out.